Sorry, but I'm number one.
Takeda Nobutada, the demon vessel.
I suppose that makes me the demon.
How's it going, guys? It's your boy Black Wolf, and today we'll be going over Takeda Nobutada, the demon vessel.
Let's give them another.
Guys, Takeda is my favorite character in the game. We're about to dive straight into it, and let me show you why I'm rocking with Takeda, with the glyphs. When it comes to his glyphs, I like to build him accordingly based on the build that I got, right? So when it comes to his demonic aid teleport or his demonic aid force, these are the two ultimate that I use the most. As you can see on screen, this is the demonic aid teleport, right? So when it comes to demonic aid teleport, the glyph that I like to run with is going to be the second option. The one you're seeing on screen right now is going to be for the demonic aid force. Reason being, halfway investment in the purple to give me stamina recovery. That's going to help me apply pressure doing neutral play. And then we're going to go all right for the rage and build rage, and a little bit of investment in the green for that rage damage output, right? You'll see later on why when we get to his ultimate. The second glyph that we're going to build is going to be a full investment on the left side for the green. That's going to give me rage output, damage output for my rage. That's also going to give me a damage reduction when I pop out of my ultimate. And if you play Takeda, you can kind of see where I'm going here with the demonic teleport. The demonic teleport is a bit janky. You don't know where it's going to land for real. So having that extra damage reduction as soon as you pop out of it for 20 seconds is going to be nice, right? So that is basically what I'm aiming for here. And then a full investment on the right for the rage. That's going to build my rage meter. Rage, if you don't know, helps fill your ultimate meter, so that way I can keep popping my demonic teleport. If you're lucky, you could even pop it off twice in one go. But that's if you're lucky, if you know what you're doing, right? I've been able to do it. I remember the most I pulled it off was like 3 times in one fight. It is doable. The demonic teleport has such a short cooldown out of all of his ultimate that if you know what you're doing and you build it right, you can pull off multiple demonic teleports in one fight, right? But let's go on to his skills. When it comes to his mythic grab is very nice for setting up enemies and keeping them in neutral. It lasts for about 10 seconds, right? So you pop it, and for 10 seconds, enemies can't spam their blue focus on you, right? Moving on to his mythic grab dash. This one is more of a manual input, serves 2 functions. The first one is for more experienced players. When you see enemies focusing their blue, you can just kind of time it. It has mad range on it, so you can be 4 or 5 meters away from the enemy and still overextend to them and grip them. And then the second function it has is to extend combos. You can use it to extend your combo. Let's say your combo is about to finish, press it, reset your combo. Moving on to the mythic grab takedown. I only use this in trios, guys. Other than that, I stay away from it because unlike the other two, you don't gain health and armor from this. You gain armor reduction. You gain damage reduction from it. So that's why I only use it in trios when I'm being jumped. Other than that, I stay away from it, right? Moving on to his ultimate. His first ultimate is Demonic Aid. Demonic Aid got nerfed heavily throughout Takeda's time in the game. When it first came out, he used to be able to stun lock you in the air and TOD you. TOD stands for Touch of Death. Touch of Death is any combo in the game that can take an enemy health from 100 to 0, right? Takeda Demonic Aid, if you're really good at aerial combat, can TOD an enemy and there was nothing they could do. So they nerfed it. Doesn't really TOD anymore, but it's still very good for people who like to pull off those nice stylish aerial combo. Moving on to Demonic Aid Teleport. This I use a lot in solos. I also use it a lot in duos. It's great for crowd control. It's great for resetting enemies back to neutral. It's great for disrupting. So for example, if I get countered, I will pop it right away if I have it, right? And it does give you health and armor. So it's really good, and it does a nice decent chunk of damage to the enemy. You can use it to hawk enemies down. People that are trying to run away, you can hawk them down and then just finish them off. Good for finishers, good for starters, good for disruptors. You know what I mean? Moving on to my favorite, Demonic Aid Force. Demonic Aid Force is an amazing ability, in my opinion, the best ability in the game for resetting back to neutral. I've resetted most enemies' ultimate. I've gone pound for pound when it comes to ultimate, right? Unless they're a transformer or they're really offensive ultimate. Example I can give you is sword guy locks you down in that sword. Yeah, it's really punishing. Not really much you can do there, or transformer. But other than that, this is the best ability in the game to disrupt enemy combos, guys. And that's why you need that stamina recovery, because you can use it while you're in neutral play. Enough chitter chatter, yip yap, and all that jazz. Let's go. Let me just take this dude straight in the fight. We're gonna take Takeda straight into a match. Let me show you why he's my favorite character. No shame in my game, gang. Let's do this. Takeda being my favorite character in the game, I'm gonna go in depth with his kit, guys. So, because I see a lot of people misusing him. This is gonna be a very long video. Grab some snacks. Go, if you need a smoke break, go take it now. Bathroom break, all that jazz. But sit down and study. Grab your pen and paper. Let's break down Takeda. Let's get into the grits. Let's get into it all. You feel me? So Takeda is a highly defensive disruptor in the game. What does that mean? What does it mean to be a disruptor? What it means is he has the kit to control the rate of which enemy can enforce their aggression on you. He can disrupt that rate, right? He is a disruptor. That is what his role is. He's very good at disrupting enemy combo. As you can see, I'm almost dead here, but I stick to my neutral play. My neutral play combo got me the win. Takeda is a character that heavily relies on neutral play. If you're not good at neutral play, you're not going to be good at Takeda. I see a lot of people trying to force him into something that he's not, and as a result, they think Takeda sucks. He does not suck. You just gotta calm the fuck down and learn to play him defensively. He's my favorite character in the game because he forced me to learn neutral play. And as a result, every other character on the goddamn roster was able to benefit from this, right? So, moving on to Takeda's neutral play. If you're not good at neutral play, you will get punished heavily. I'm telling you, gang, it's not a joke. You will get punished heavily for playing Takeda recklessly like that. You feel me? This is a Tumult, another defensive character, right? We're two experienced players. However, he is a bit more kitted than I am. So he's dishing out mad damage. So I'll whip out my ult, and I'm able to control the rate of aggression that he's trying to put out on me. As you can see, he's trying his hardest to sweat me, but if it wasn't for my Demonic Aid Force, I'd have been dead already. I'm letting y'all know. I'm able to push him back, control his aggression, but sadly, not quick enough. You feel me? And this is what happens when you're not good in neutral play. That guy was better than neutral play than me, and as a result, I was punished heavily for it. You feel me? I wasn't ready. I thought he was amateur, but nah, Bull's not an amateur. He really locked in, and he outmaneuvered me and outplayed me. And as you can see, he keeps up the aggression. He gives me no chill. He's back in my face, and I'm forced to get immediately back into combat with him. Immediately, right? And if it wasn't for my mythic grab, this build that we're going with is for the demonic force and the mythic grab. If it wasn't from that mythic grab, I'd have been dead back there. But I'm trying my hardest. He keeps applying pressure, and he out neutral plays me. Takeda is a character that heavily relies on neutral play. What is neutral play? Well, I'm glad you asked. So neutral play is when you exchange blows. No heavy focus, no ability, just exchanging blows. Where neutral play comes in with Takeda, right, is abusing the mechanics. With the build earlier, the reason why I went halfway purple is you can see my stamina is going to recover in and out as I'm animation canceling. I need that stamina to keep animation canceling so I can keep up the rate of aggression within my neutral play. That's where Takeda shines. When I pop my demonic ult, I'm stopping them from engaging into neutral play with me. I'm able to disrupt them with my demonic ult, with my demonic force. I'm able to push them back. This guy is trying to toothpick me, right? Pop my ability, and boom, stop him from countering me, right? Takeda is very great at disrupting enemies. The best hero in the game. The flow of the enemy that they're trying to tap into, that rhythm game, that rhythm in their head that they're trying to tap into, you just disrupt that. Now they have to start all over from a psychological point of view. And if you're good in neutral play, look, I'm chasing this guy, I'm psyching him out, and then that's how you play Takeda. You gotta be reserved, you gotta calm down, you gotta be able to play 2 steps ahead of the enemies. It took me about 2 years to learn to even grasp this concept with Takeda, and took me another 6 months of grueling rank to solidify that. But once it clicked, and I wish it clicked earlier for me, bro. But once it clicked, Takeda is an amazing hero. One of the best heroes in the game, right? My favorite character for the simple fact that I'm pretty hard-headed. And I refuse to believe that the developers in the game would just put him in here to suck. I used to think Takeda sucked. So I took the time to learn him. I didn't watch any guides. I don't like watching other people's guides because then I feel the need to play as them. I like learning characters based off of how I learn, how I play them. You feel me? So it took me a bit longer to learn the pros and cons of Takeda. But one of the many pros of Takeda is this, right? I'm able to psych the enemy out and keep them at bay. Boom. Very defensive playstyle. You gotta be very reserved. And you also gotta be chill as hell with Takeda. Cause who knows? You might make a friend. As much as I'm a sweat in the game, a lot of people are starting to know me in the community. I'm also a chill guy. So if I run into you in the lobby, you know, don't be afraid to say hi. I won't be a dick. I like having fun. Anyway, when it comes to disrupting enemies, it doesn't really matter so long you're good at neutral play, and you have to be good at neutral play. If not, Takeda's not gonna work. I don't care how many times you disagree, you're wrong. Takeda is a hero that heavily relies on neutral play. He can handle himself in a 1v1, 2v1, 3v1, 4v1. I've taken on at most 5 people at once in the trios, guys. We were getting third-partied and people were just crashing out on me, and I was able to just keep my cool and do what needs to be done. Takeda is the best disruptor in the game. He is the best character for neutral play because he forces you to abide by his rules, right? This guy is hyper aggressive on me, right? Pop my ult and look, now we're going pound for pound. Now we're going blow for blow. And each time he has the advantage in neutral, I was able to reset him back and outmaneuver him, right? I pop my demonic mask, boom, gripped him up, boom, he's forced back to neutral, outmaneuvered him. And that is the playstyle of Takeda right there. That right there is the playstyle of Takeda. That is his bread and butter. If you can grasp neutral play, then you refined it over and over through hard muscle memory, Takeda is going to be your bread and butter, just like he is for me. So, you remember my friend I made earlier? Well, no more being nice. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let you watch when two experienced players go at it, right? And pay attention to how I utilize my demonic force, right? Notice when I pop it, when I don't pop it. Notice how I use it to keep him at bay whenever he's trying to push forward and apply significant pressure on me. I use my demonic aid defensively. Pay attention.
It's nice to feel protected.
Armor fit for a warrior. The true warrior has patience.
It's just a beautiful thing.
There's nowhere to run.
It's nice to feel protected. It's nice to feel protected.
Not yet. Armor fit for a warrior. Out.
As fate would have it, I am gonna get taken out. I'm gonna lose this battle, but not because not because of anything of my fault. I just got cursed. So there's a mechanic in the game where if you don't get the realm in time, the yin depletion in time, you just die. You get cursed and you die. So I got hit with the whammy. Didn't even get to finish my fight, but I'm not even mad. Once again, it's all about having fun, right? So let's move on to our demonic teleport. Switching over builds to our demonic teleport. Demonic teleport is a more offensive playstyle, but the fundamentals of Takeda still applies. He's still a defensive hero. It's just demonic teleport build, at least how I use it, allows me to be a little bit more aggressive within his playstyle. As before, where I had to manage my stamina and I had to be good at neutral play to make his disruption work. Here, not so much. And sure enough, I'm out here making frenemies again. Just be nice, guys. I promise I don't hurt. Unless it comes down to us two at the end. But back to the guide, right? When we are using Takeda demonic teleport, you want to be very strategic in when you pop it. For me, I pop it right when I need to, and only when I need to. Timing is key with this demonic teleport. If not, you're not going to get much value out of it. So when I use it, is to either TOD an enemy, touch of death. If I know I can just use it to apply extra pressure to kill them, I will. or I'll use it in a small confined area, or I will use it to reset back into neutral should I be countered and or I'm being jumped and or being overwhelmed. But neutral play still applies. That right there was my mythic grab dash. I was like 5-6 meters away and was able to still counter them. It is a manual, so it's not like the old one before, but it's good in certain scenarios, and as you learn to utilize Takeda, you learn to make those scenarios happen, right? Just muscle memory, guys. Nothing fancy, right? Neutral play, still important, as you can see. Neutral play is everything when it comes to Takeda, right? Right here, this person counters me, pop my demonic ult. Instead of taking that counter damage, I was able to reflect it back on them and switch the scenario around. Now they are on the defensive. Meanwhile, I can be a little more reckless. I can apply pressure. This is what I mean by this build revolves around being a little bit more aggressive than before, right? Now I'm going to pop my mythic grab and try to psych them out, because I know they're going to keep spamming that, right? And sure enough, I got him. Gain health and armor back. Yeah, guys, Takeda is an amazing hero, but you need to stay cool. You need to understand your timing. He is the best hero in the game for controlling the rate of aggression that the enemy is willing to put out, but you cannot fold. You can't be tilted and ability spam and then be like, oh, he sucks. No, you gotta stay cool under pressure. That's where Takeda shines. You give the enemy the illusion that they're in control, and then pop his abilities at the right time and completely 180 the fight in an instant. Think of it like that. That's where Takeda shines, right? That's where you make him shine. And sure enough, I'm able to build a name in the community with Takeda, and even other Takedas fear me, bro. Even other Takedas know. And that's the thing. Right here, I'm fighting another Takeda. I pop my ult. He knows to get out of that radius, so he does, right? And I'm able to reset back to neutral, right? He popped his mythic grab. I popped my mythic grab. We're going pound for pound, blow for blow. Who's better at neutral play? He popped what looked like his demonic force. Now, I know how demonic force plays. I know when to go in, when not to. And as you can see, I'm going to try to avoid his attack. He's going to come around the corner, pop his ult at me, and sure enough, I'm able to outmaneuver it because I know how Takeda works. I know the psychology that he's thinking. I know when he's going to press that button, and sure enough, I countered him and out neutral played him, right? Don't be afraid to pop demonic teleport to engage in a fight should you need it, right? And sure enough, so long you stay cool under pressure, Takeda will deliver. Takeda is the master at neutral play. He is as good as you are as good in neutral play. Anything less is diabolical. Anything more, hey, show off. But it comes down to you, the player, being able to make his kit synergize. Timing is key. Look at this Takeda. He is back from revival, and now it's round 2, right? We're going blow for blow. I'm going in with my neutral. I'm trying not to spam focus too much on him because I know that he can reverse it on me at any time. And sure enough, it comes down to my ultimate. He loses. TOD, right? And also, when it comes to the demonic force build, don't feel pressured to use it if you don't need to, right? Like, as you can see, I'm sitting on it right now. I don't need to use it against this Tumulch because I know that I'm better than him in neutral play, so I stay cool under pressure. There's no need to use it. You never know when an enemy might be around the corner to third party you. And sure enough, speaking of third party, here comes a third party right now. Right now, I have my ult ready to go into another fight, right? So only use his ability when you need them. Timing is key with Takeda. Timing is definitely key with Takeda. I used to spam his abilities all the time, and yeah, it never worked. But knowing when to use your ability, knowing when not to, that's all it takes with Takeda. TOD this motherfucker, send him straight back to the lobby. Next. You know? So Takeda, like I said, forced me to learn neutral play. And that's why he's my favorite character, because I can apply that knowledge down across the board to everybody in the roster, right? But as you learn to get better with him with neutral play, you learn to create scenarios to where you can force the enemies in doing things that they normally would not do. Takeda's very good at that, right? And yeah, that's why he's my favorite character. Greatest disruptor in the game, very defensive playstyle, but within that defense, you have a little bit of fun, you have a little bit of style, you have a little bit of discipline within your playstyle. And that's why I love Takeda, guys, you know? Anyway, yeah, so I made a friend, and sometimes when it comes down to us two, I like to get silly, so we're just slap boxing, guys. It's not about the win, it's about the fun. As a gamer, I can't stress enough why this is important. Put down the ego, guys. It's never about the win. Just have fun, make a friend, enjoy the game. If it brings you happiness, it brings you happiness, right? And yeah, I'm making a name for myself within the Naraka Bladepoint community, so I love this game, I love Takeda, and sorry this video took a lot longer than usual, but you know, real life's been happening, work, family, all that jazz, but at the same time, gaming is a passion of mine. I love doing this, I love bringing you guys these guides. It gives me something to do, right? And I can share a little bit of my knowledge with y'all to better help you guys grow your knowledge, and maybe, you know, you could do the same, who knows. But anyway, guys, this has been Black Wolf. I hope you enjoyed my Takeda analysis. I know this has been a really long video, so if you stick it out this long, thank you so much. Thank you guys for sticking it out. I'm more than grateful, right? I really love doing this, guys, so thank you for sticking it out. Alright, Black Wolf